I also focus way more on the eccentric portion than I do.
Totally.
Because
there's like no eccentric.
Right.
Well, I mean, still eccentric, but it's all about
they are, but
staying
it's
tight.
control that's just not. Like
it's less important. When you're trying to move as much weight as possible, you're not necessarily trying to resist it as slow as you can and activate that muscle on the way down. If anything, you're trying to conserve energy on the eccentric portion.
You're trying to do what's called stay in the groove with your eccentric. Whereas
Right.
with this,
I'm resisting it.
Can I still feel the target muscle?
I'm trying to resist it, which there is an art to that. Like it's relatively easy for the average lifter to feel a muscle on the concentric portion because you're contracting that muscle. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I feel the bicep. But when you let it go down, can you resist it with the bicep? Or it's real easy to press with your chest because you need those muscles to press it off. But then can you resist it with the chest on the way down and not allow all those other muscles to kick in? There's the art to this. And there's where that focus comes in. So when you come into a lift and I'm thinking like a bodybuilder, a lot of my focus is on the eccentric portion of the exercise and staying connected to that muscle during that entire, and to me, that is one of the biggest glaring differences when I look at like my powerlifter friends standing next to a bodybuilder. When if you pick apart their eccentric portion of the exercise, you go, oh, you can tell.
And you got to use compound lifts for this example because I think it's easier to visualize because everybody's like, well, with a curl, I could feel okay. Try doing a row, and on the way down, can you feel the lats on the way down, or do you just lower the? So when you're making heavyweight feel light, what you're trying to do is you're trying to lower the bar in the efficient groove, get it into the groove so that I can push it up. Right. When you're trying to feel the muscle, you're like, can I lower this while still feeling the target muscle? Yeah. This is a skill, by the way. Both of these are skills. I want to be very clear. Both of what we're talking about are skills that you develop through practice, and when you develop them, and okay, here's your evidence right here. Take an athlete that always trains heavy, put them in a bodybuilding workout, and watch them do lifts. And bodybuilders will be like, man, that guy is not targeting the rear delt. That guy's not hitting his lats. That guy's not. Then take a bodybuilder, have him do powerlifting, and you watch them do a squat or a deadlift, and it's like, what are they doing? They're individual. They're moving each muscle individually. Why aren't they maximizing the lift or whatever? It's a skill. So practicing both of these gets you good at both of them. By the way, this makes you a master at strength training, essentially.
Yeah, if you can do that in a compound lift, you are getting close to mastery, I think, of lifting. I actually used to teach it with an isolation exercise. Tricep pushdowns were my favorite. And I know you guys have had so many clients that do a tricep pushdown. Everybody feels it on the way down.
Yeah.
But resisting it on the way back, they let the cable take it up, or they tense their bicep up, or they tense their shoulders up, and they're like, they don't feel it in their tricep at all. So it's one of my favorite ways to teach what I'm trying to communicate right now on what we're trying to do in every exercise. So if we are doing chest right now, all the chest exercises we do, I want you thinking on the way down, resisting with the chest. When we're doing these tricep pushdowns, resisting it with the triceps. And if you've never trained this way and you apply this, I swear you get massive benefits from, research has already shown that the eccentric portion is one of the most valuable portions as far as building muscle.
Yes. But
part of that research is taking into consideration you're doing it properly. If you're not resisting properly with your triceps on a tricep extension, then that you're not going to make the case.
That's the key right there. Is you're doing a negative with heavyweight, but are you building the target muscle? Or are you just getting better at that exercise?
Right.
Right?